Hey Forge fans, Anthony Urciuoli with you, your digital host as part of the Forge Audio Network. I said last week was big, and it was, because it was the Canadian Premier League opener for Forge FC. This week is big because it's the home opener. Finally, let's call them the Forge faithful, the Forge fans back in attendance at Tim Hortons Field, and they're going to watch Forge take on their OG rivals from Calgary. Cavalry FC makes their return to Hamilton, and both clubs will be looking for their first wins of the season. Cavalry was blanked in their season opener in Ottawa against Atletico, 1-0. Forge, meanwhile, losing 2-1 in BC against Pacific FC. Now, despite that loss, the team has been saying it all week. They played pretty well. Dominated possession, 12 shot attempts, but only 2 made it to target. So, this week, Forge coach Bobby Smirniotis, as much as he wants to look forward, he did again reflect back and said, hey, we played really well.
You look at the game back, we've done a lot of good things. You know, if you look at it, we've been the dominant team in the majority of the performance, and there's just a couple of moments where they get us. You know, set pieces are a big part of the game, and that's where that second goal comes from. That they scored, we've scored on a set piece as well. So I think it was a little bit of details, but you look all around at the football, and I think we were excellent. There's certain markers we look at, and how many times we get into the opponent's final third, into the opponent's box, get into dangerous situations, and I thought our numbers were high. We increased those by a little bit and keep that up, then everything starts coming our way.
Now, part of what set Forge back in that season opening loss is they started kind of slow. They gave up the first goal 5 minutes in, and they were behind the 8 ball throughout. So this week, defender Dominic Samuel says Forge has to just have a better start.
Yeah, like we've done in the past, but we seem to turn things around very quickly, and that's definitely the plan for the next game.
Now, it's really tough to surprise clubs in the Canadian Premier League. Not only do you see the same teams a lot throughout the course of a season, the players have gotten to know each other really well. I mean, they spent time in bubbles together due to COVID restrictions. So I don't know that Forge is expecting any surprises this week, but what Coach Bobby knows is that Cavalry will be hungry.
Yeah, the opponent, we've been able to watch them in their first game against Ottawa. It's early in the year. Whatever happens in these first few weeks, and it's something I believe in every year, to be honest. Doesn't usually make a big difference when you look in the long term. You know, I think teams need to get things moving. Everyone needs to get their systems going in the game. So we think, it's a fresh start. 2 teams that didn't start the way they wanted on week number 1. So both teams will be hungry for 3 points.
Now, if you haven't purchased tickets yet for Saturday, you can do so now. Now, speaking of hunger, the teams are hungry for wins. Fans are hungry. Fans in Hamilton are hungry for some live soccer and for some live Forge, and they're going to get it this weekend, Saturday, 4 o'clock, Forge, taking on Cavalry FC. I will be there, and I hope to see you there.